This is Shane Davis from Youngstown State University, here with Figure It Out Baseball. Today, we're going to change gears a little bit, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about myself as a college player that I hope resonates and I hope hits home to you guys and you guys don't forget. This is something that's personal to me. I haven't actually talked about it too much, so bear with me, and really, I hope this hits home and I hope you guys take this to heart. So my career as a baseball player at Eastern Michigan, I was basically a guy that would be a sub, either as a catcher or primarily as a pinch hitter or DH. I'll never forget heading into my last year of playing. I'm a guy that caught. Occasionally I would work out in the outfield, but I mostly caught every day of my life. We were working out in the fall, and we had a player that had, one of my teammates played third base. He either had class or a test or was out of town for whatever reason. At this point, I forget, and it doesn't really matter. And I'll never forget Coach Coriel, my coach at Eastern, came over to my team. We were getting ready to enter squad. My team was in the right field working out. The other team was out in left field, getting ready to stretch, throw, get into the game. And I remember Coach Coriel coming over to my team's huddle as we were stretching, pulled us all in and said, such and such a player isn't going to be here. We're down a third baseman. Who wants to play third? And I figured, you know what? I'm a catcher. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to throw my hand up. One of the other infielders, I was, I guess, maybe trying to be a good teammate. One of our other infielders that might be a backup second baseman in this game today or whatever, he'll volunteer and he'll go over to play third. Eventually, one of them did, and one of them volunteered. And I'll never forget, as long as I live, and I'm going to try to talk about this more with some of the youth players that I dealt with. I'll never forget after practice or after the game, the inter squad, Coach Coriel called me over and, said, Shane, I'm really disappointed in you. I was expecting you to be a guy as a junior that would throw your hands up. And deep down, I knew he was right. And that was my first instinct to do it. And I just didn't do it. And that is a regret for me. Not saying that I would have had a fantastic day at third and ended up our starting third baseman that year, giving myself more of an opportunity to play. But it would have shown that I was a better teammate than that action that I did. I still think I was a good teammate, but it would have shown that I was more selfless of a teammate. And on top of that, maybe if I didn't look like, Scott Rowland or Adrian Beltre out there at third base, maybe I would have proven that I was good enough to at least be a guy that maybe be a backup. And that would have given me a little bit more of a chance to get some playing time out there. Again, he wasn't mad, but it was just a lesson that I have kept with me. And if I ever have children, or again, I'm going to start talking about it more with campers, always take a chance to play. I know everybody wants to play shortstop. I know everybody wants to be the pitcher. At some point, you'll get a chance to do it, but especially as you're developing, learn how to play as many positions, at least moderately efficiently as you possibly can. Give yourself as many opportunities as you can. And if I would have had a chance to do that, I played outfield occasionally, though I didn't do it in a college game. If I would have added third base, that might have done a little bit more for me. So I really, really, in the bottom of my heart, do regret that. And if I had one bit of advice, just general, to tell a youth player or even a high school player that's just really getting into their own in the game, it would be learn to play as many positions as you can. At least be able to be a guy that if you go to a team and they've got the best shortstop in a 3-state radius, you could say, you know what, I could go play third or second, rather than say, I'm a shortstop, sorry, I'll back him up. This is Shane Davis from Youngstown State University. Again, I really hope this resonates with you, and I hope you take this to heart. I'm here with Figure It Out Baseball. Please check out my other videos dealing with how you approach the camp setting, how you approach recruiting, and especially I would like you to take a look at my video series on proper catch play.